Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else watching. My name's Eric, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the BioShock Hub. First and foremost, if you guys missed yesterday's video and want to go check that out, I'll leave a card at the top right hand corner of this screen. All you have to do is click on it. If not, you can go down in the description below, and I'll leave a link down there for you. I would very much appreciate it. Now, today's video is something that I really enjoy doing, and that is reading articles about the next BioShock. So today we have one from TechRadar, and as per usual, every time I do one of these, I tell you to take the information and the article with a grain of salt because obviously we don't know too much, but we're going to try. If you want to check out the article for yourself and the author, Vic Hood, I'll leave this article down in the description as well. With that being said, let's jump into this. And the title of the article is actually going to be the same title of the video. BioShock 4, Everything We Know About the New BioShock. And it starts off with, what can we expect from BioShock 4? Despite being announced more than 4 years ago, back in December of 2019, we barely know anything about BioShock 4, and have next to nothing that's been officially confirmed. So far, we're not off to a hot start, especially with quote-unquote everything we know, but I completely understand where they're coming from because we're kind of in the same boat here. We have rumors, speculation, and all that, but as mentioned, nothing official. This is a shame, given it's one of the most interesting and highly acclaimed series of all time, and it's been more than a decade since the last game has been released, obviously that being BioShock Infinite, and now technically, Burial at Sea Episode 1 and 2, that'll be going on a 10-year anniversary here soon, which is absolutely nuts to think about. We do know that 2K is publishing it, along with Take-Two obviously, and it's being developed by a brand new studio called Cloud Chamber Studios. And unfortunately, we still don't know much about them either, besides maybe a few people that are involved, where it's at, but nothing too extensive or major. Away from that, we're clutching at straws in terms of where the game might be set, how it might play, what platforms it's going to release on, and so on. In terms of how it might play, I'm assuming it's going to be playing like all the previous BioShocks, obviously with a little bit of a different twist because it's going to be a new game, so might as well do new things. In terms of the platforms, obviously it's going to be on the current gen, so your Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC, that'll be 100% confirmed in my personal opinion. Now, will they make it for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? We'll have to wait for that. I hope so for you guys who are still on those consoles because I don't want you to miss this game, but unfortunately if they decide not to, that is unfortunately out of our control and I do apologize. It would be easy to say that we, quote, expect to hear something soon, but given that 4-year gap since the announcement and the fact that it is really one of the most highly anticipated upcoming games that's known to be in development, we really do hope that we get something concrete soon. And with that, I can agree. If we get some sort of official information, that would be absolutely wonderful. So I just wanted to quickly mention that there's these different little sub-articles here on this article as well. The first going in depth about the platform side of things, and we already covered that in the last section. So we're going to skip ahead to BioShock 4's gameplay. Now, when looking at or thinking about BioShock 4 gameplay and setting details, we are diving headfirst into a lot of speculation and clutching at straws, which has already been said. However, there have been some clues that we could investigate to try and inform ourselves a little bit on both factors. First, to potential BioShock 4 gameplay. The original Office 2K press release from 2019 no longer live or available, unfortunately, and that one I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about. I don't remember that, but then again, it was almost 5 years ago, so my mind is a little bit bad with memory. So, the original official 2K press release from 2019 and announcements made alongside with it revealed that the next BioShock game was in development, and same thing on Twitter, and it did seem to indicate that it would be first person again, which I'm completely open to and completely okay with. 2K President David Ismailer, I do hope I pronounced your name right, if not, I'm sorry David, please don't hate me, said alongside that, quote, "We can't wait to see its powerful narrative and iconic first-person shooter gameplay head into the future with our new studio team at Cloud Chamber Studios leading the charge." So it does seem like they're going to have a lot of pressure to make this game because obviously the previous 3 have been incredible, so they want to continue that going forward. This rather implies that the first-person nature is likely to continue, which that is almost a given. Next, let's move to BioShock 4's setting. The settings of BioShock games are always incredibly important aspects. Obviously, when you look at Rapture and you look at Columbia, both settings were absolutely beautiful in their own right, but I prefer Rapture, don't hate me. Ever since players first locked eyes on the underwater city of Rapture, BioShock Games' setting has memorized players, while also becoming a core part of each game's story and narrative. In terms of possible BioShock 4 setting details, there were a lot of rumors floating around at the end of 2021, stating that the 4th game would take us back to a familiar time period. The crux of the rumors was that BioShock 4 would be set in the 1960s, there we go, and in an Antarctic city called Borealis, and that its story would connect to previous games in the series. While these claims did align with several publications' own sources at the time, there has been no official confirmation or word on them. And again, that sucks. Going back a bit further in 2021, there was a strong belief that BioShock 4 was going to be an open world game, due to the details stated in some job listings back in that period of time. However, it seems like that is up in the air yet again. Let's move on to the developers, shall we? As we know, the studio making BioShock 4 is Cloud Chamber Studios, which is located in Nevada, California. But who exactly is leading development and has their hands on this game? Well, we know a few people involved, and we've addressed the Ken Levine-shaped question below too. Leading this studio is Kelly Gilmore, which I've had multiple videos on her in the past as well. And she is a veteran game developer, formerly at Firaxis Games. However, with other folks involved who have experience with the BioShock series working on the game too, there is genuine, quote, BioShock DNA within the development team, as Gilmore confirmed in an interview with our sister site, GamesRadar. If you want to check that out, I'll link it down in the description. Ken Levine's involvement. Given he is the series creator and the name that is most closely associated with the BioShock games, a lot of folks have been asking the question of whether or not Ken Levine is involved in BioShock 4. I don't even have to read the rest of this. He's not. He's got his own studio called Ghost Story Games, and they're working on Judas. Unfortunately, Ken Levine has absolutely nothing to do with the next BioShock. Now let's end this with the last little section that they have on here, speaking about the BioShock movie. After years of stories about Universal trying and failing to bring a BioShock movie to life, which that's not necessarily the case, if you'd like to learn the whole story about that, there'll be a card at the top right hand corner of the screen. We do know that Netflix now has a live action movie in the works. We know that Francis Lawrence is the director and the screenwriter is Michael Green. Beyond this, however, we know very little, especially about anything that would potentially tie it to BioShock 4 somehow. And with that, I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the next BioShock game. If they're going to want to do what they're going to do with this, they want to have some sort of cinematic universe. So I imagine they're going to start with the first game, then move to the second, move to Infinite, then finally move on to BioShock 4 whenever that comes out. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below, would you kindly? So friends, let me know what you thought of this article down in the comment section below. I would very much appreciate that. If you're new here and enjoy BioShock and want to see more content in the future, would you kindly hit that like button to show that you like the video, and also it shows a tremendous amount of support to me and I very much appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new, and feel free to hit that bell and turn on all post notifications to never miss a future video or a future live stream. If you want to follow me outside of YouTube, my social medias and my Discord server are the best ways to do so, the links to which will be down in the description below. And with that being said, a couple of videos will be popping up on the screen here shortly if you want to check those out. Take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye guys.